afternoon, class. Welcome to COM 3248. Today we will be discussing
a beautiful mind.
Now, I would like y'all to tell me what you think of the entrepreneurship lessons that was learned from this movie.
A beautiful mind.
Camille, would you like to share your thoughts with us today? Okay, moving on. Shavar, how are you?
Hi, Mrs. Miss David.
Hi, so tell me about a beautiful mind.
Is this for the crazy people?
Charmian! Charmian! Charmian. Would you like to share your thoughts with us? Charmian! Charmian!
Con los terroristas.
And do the Harlem Shake.
I think the value of having a support system was really shown in this movie. John Nash had the support of his wife. He also had eventually the support of his colleague, who initially beat him in the game but yet was trusting enough to give him a job in the department, and the value of that support system really helped. I think it also pointed to the reality versus, you know, what you can dream up in your mind, because he dreamed up of a support system as well, which was his friend in the dorm who followed him all over, and the little niece. So that support system also helped push him to really work. So I think the value of a support system is something that is extremely important as an entrepreneur, because we're human, we will make mistakes, as seen with John Nash. But I think also the story of redemption. Look at how many entrepreneurs have failed and yet being able to get back on that wagon. But also look at John Nash. He was thought to be crazy, was locked up in a schizophrenic mental institution, and yet went on to win the Nobel Prize for mathematics. And I think that really shows that even though we make mistakes, there is redemption.
Yeah, throughout the movie, I learned that it's important to persevere despite the challenges that one may come against in life. John Nash had everybody against him, but he still came out on top. He won the Nobel Prize. He was honored by his alumni. So I think it's very important that despite what people think about you, you need to learn to persevere.
I learned a lot from A Beautiful Mind, but the main thing that stuck with me is the fact that we must be prepared to think out of the box, you know. We're not going to get it right the first time, so therefore we should not be afraid of failure, right? So, you know, if taking a look at the movie, John Nash, he actually went to his lecturer, and you know, the lecturer kept on saying no, that can't work and everything, but that didn't turn off John Nash. He was determined. He was saying, okay, yo, I have to get this, right? So he said, therefore, that, you know, he was going to find a different way, a different approach kind of a thing, right? And that eventually worked for him, and we need to take that as potential entrepreneurs and just run with it. Things aren't always going to go just right for us the first time, but we need to keep going.
Thank you.
Well, first of all, John Nash was an extraordinary man.
Why?
Because he was a visionary, he was creative, he was intuitive. But what I got is that, look, you need to have balance. There's a thin line between insanity and sanity. And we saw that clearly depicted in the movie.
How?
He was obsessive about his work. I mean, you need to learn to let go at times. You have your family, you need to let go work, you have all those ideas, you need to let them go and just be free. And entrepreneurship, while it's a very rewarding experience, you need to be able to strike that balance.
Okay, class, I'm quite pleased pleased with your delivery on this assignment. I look forward to grading your papers. Now I'd like to turn over to Mr. Jerry McDaniel. He will be our guest lecturer for this class. So please welcome him. Thank you.
The group members are Janelle David, Shavar Maloney, Shahida Sylvester, Camille Daniel, and Charmian Marie Jack.